John Huston, 1906 to 1987. John Huston grew up around storytelling. His father acted, his mother reported the news. He was a restless kid, sickly at first, but once recovered, he embraced life head-on. He boxed professionally, painted in Paris, reported in Mexico, and even joined the Mexican cavalry for a spell. Huston never followed rules, he set his own. In the 1930s, Huston entered Hollywood as a screenwriter. His big break came with Jezebel 1938, starring Bette Davis. His scripts were intelligent, lean, and character-driven. By 1941, Warner Brothers gave him a shot to direct. Directorial debut. The Maltese Falcon, 1941. Launched Humphrey Bogart as a leading man. Defined the film noir genre. Huston wrote and directed it, a rare double strike for a first-timer.
I haven't lived a good life. I've been bad. Worse than you could know.
We were talking about a lot more money than this. There are more of us to be taken care of now. That may be, but I've got the Falcon. You may have the Falcon, but we certainly have you.
The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, 1948. A brutal parable about greed. Huston wins Best Director and Best Screenplay. His father, Walter Huston, wins Best Supporting Actor. The African Queen, 1951. A romantic adventure set in the African jungle. Stars Bogart, who won an Oscar, and Katharine Hepburn.
One extraordinary adventure. Makes your blood race, your face numb, and your spirit soar. The African Queen. Starring Academy Award winner Humphrey Bogart.
Mr. Allnut.
I'm still right here, miss.
Academy Award winner Katharine Hepburn.
Moulin Rouge, 1952. Biopic of painter Toulouse-Lautrec, full of color and decadence.
On the contrary, General, love is a state of confusion in which the victim cannot distinguish between spiritual aspiration, carnal desire, and pride of ownership. The wise man satisfies the different thirsts at different fountains.
Moby Dick, 1956. Huston battles Melville and the sea. Ambitious, visually unique, starring Gregory Peck.
I fear the Lord, cries Jonah, the God of heaven who has made the sea and the dry land. Have you met old Ahab yet, have you? Did they tell you how his mother birthed him, turned from him, gave his evil name, and died? They tell you how God's lightning struck down and branded him. For God's sake, I spent my last breath at thee.
The Night of the Iguana, 1964. Tennessee Williams meets Mexican heat. The Man Who Would Be King, 1975. Epic, cynical, and thrilling. Connery and Caine as imperial adventurers.
There is no dream of wealth and glory too impossible for the man who would be king. Reckless and fearless soldiers of fortune on the richest adventure of their life. Across 1,000 miles of danger, come with Sean Connery and Michael Caine as they try to capture a whole country, a scheme for rascals. They share the treasure. They share the danger. They share the adventure. Sean Connery, Michael Caine, and Christopher Plummer.
The Dead, 1987. His final film, based on James Joyce's short story. Directed from a wheelchair, on oxygen. Huston made films about obsession, failure, and flawed humanity. His characters often chased goals they couldn't quite reach. He respected literature, many of his films were adaptations. Loved shooting on real locations, no matter the hardship. Dialogue-driven, with a painter's eye for composition. He won 2 Oscar and nominated 15 awards. Personal life. Married 5 times, had 5 children, including Angelica Houston, actress/director. Danny Houston, actor/director. He lived in Ireland, Mexico, and elsewhere, choosing life over comfort. Charismatic and wild, both admired and feared in equal measure. Houston also acted, often with flair. Highlights include Chinatown, 1974, sinister as Noah Cross. The Cardinal, 1963, Oscar nominated. Battle for the Planet of the Apes, Winter Kills, and voice roles like Gandalf in the 1977 animated The Hobbit. Died August 28, 1987, in Middletown, Rhode Island. Cause, emphysema, from years of smoking and declining health.